Welcome to the SMBU Daily Video. So we got a question from one of our readers over at my blog for Yahoo Finance, the Daily Trading Coach, with the Ask Anything section. There's a section there. If you have a trading question you want to ask me, throw it in there and perhaps we'll make a video like this one for you. The question from one of our readers was as follows. Mike, thanks for your firm's contribution to the trading community over the last several years. My question, given that your traders benefit from proprietary technology and relatively good physical proximity to the market hubs, does an individual located thousands of miles from those hubs, relying solely on retail technology and without access to dark pools, really stand a chance of making consistent profits even if they do follow all the disciplines that we teach in the SMBU Foundation course? And so let's just sort of take a step back and talk about the advantages that traders have at a proprietary trading firm. The first thing is you're going to have much more capital that you can put to work. It's not uncommon for one of our traders to have an account of $10 million or more. You're going to have proprietary technology. All of our guys here trade with technology you cannot trade with unless you are a member of our firm. An example of the advantage that that technology can give you was during Black Monday. We heard reports that lots of retail traders' platforms went down and ours was really stable. And we had our best day of the year. And so while perhaps retail traders are calling up the help desk trying to get out of orders or buy, we're stable, we're putting on lots of risk while other people are scrambling to figure out where stocks and markets really are. We do have access to dark pools, and I've said this in the past. I spent a lot of time in my back office and in rooms like this where I am learning about the latest excellent dark pool. We had IEX come in the other day for a long meeting talking to us about what was working for our firm with the dark pools that they give us access to. We spend a lot of time on that. Not only do we have access to it, but we have a lot of information about what dark pools are working best, what their market share is for our traders. We have automated trading technology. So on our desktop, you can sit down in easy language, test some ideas, back test them, forward test them, and trade them live, all from your seat. We have filtering technology. So again, during Black Monday, we have filters that go off that show us all of the stocks and ETFs that are really at the wrong prices. And we can hit some buttons to get in at the best risk reward during opportunities like that. You can't have a huge day on Black Monday like we did without having technology like this. Coaching is a big part of what a proprietary firm can offer to other people. We have a vested interest in helping our guys make more. Making coaches available, whether those are the guys here or outside coaches, is a big part of the advantage we offer. Low commission structures. Different prop firms do this differently. We don't upcharge our traders for commissions. What we get charged by Goldman Sachs, we pass along to our traders. We're not in the business of marking you up to $8 per thousand or $7 per thousand. You can trade at very bare bottom prices. So that means you have access to implementing more strategies. If your strategy works above the rate that we're charged, great, run it. And that's a big advantage. There's a lot of strategies that could work if people had lower commissions. Access to other products. You don't have to just trade stocks. You can trade options, you can trade futures, you can be an automated trader. That's a big deal. Some people aren't going to be good as options traders, but they're going to be really good equity traders. Some people aren't going to be particularly good at equities traders, but they might be really good futures traders. So we have that ability to offer other products. The ability to draw down at a firm like ours, perhaps you go into a bad run. If you're a retail trader and you draw down $50,000, that might be it for you. You do that here, you're fine. We may talk to you about a couple of tweaks here and there. I had a conversation with somebody at lunch today who was drawing down a little bit, and we talked about 3 steps to get him back on the right track. But we're not going to make a big deal about his drawdown. You'll have idea flow from other traders. Somebody might call out an idea in SanDisk that you didn't hear about. That might be your week. An idea here and there in the hands of a powerful trader can really make the difference. And team trading is something we work on a lot. That's opportunities for people to share ideas. We're always connected to breaking news feeds, whether that's Bloomberg or Reuters or any news feed that's out there, we're some way connected to. We have information edges that we're searching for from people on the street. And so the question was, do retail traders stand a chance? And those are all of the advantages that proprietary trading firms can offer. But yeah, of course you stand a chance as a retail trader. Now look, all of those things that I mentioned in that prior slide, those are all things that take a profitable trader and help them make more. You know, we're in the business, and we say this a lot to our traders. Let's focus on how we can help you make $10,000 to $50,000 more a month. But if you're making money as a retail trader, this is solely talking to you being able to make more money. Now, yes, I do know that there are traders who can make money at prop firms and are unable to do that as retail traders. They need that infrastructure from their proprietary trading firm. And the better the proprietary trading firm, the more this is true. But and it's true also that you can't trade as fast as we can as a retail trader. Our connectivity, as you mentioned, is closer and superior than yours. We spend a lot of money on that. Yes, you're not going to be able to get the same executions because you don't have access to our dark pools. Yes, you're not going to be able to trade as big because you're not going to have the capital base that we perhaps have here. Yes, you're not going to be able to trade as much because your commissions are going to be a little bit higher. But there are plenty of strategies that you can employ that are not as time sensitive. You can trade swing trade strategies. You can trade strategies that are not that reliant on your commission structure being that low. All of what we were talking about. And again, there's plenty of strategies. There's plenty of people that do this as retail traders. There's plenty of strategies you can employ based on the resource that you have. But you can't be a micro scalper and trade off of a third-party broker platform and think you're going to compete in the marketplace. That is something you cannot do. You can't be putting on massive size if you have a small brokerage account and take the hit when you're wrong. You have to be very clear about what your edge is and stick to that. There are large improvements that I've seen over the years since I started trading for retail traders. Platforms are improving. Certainly you can back test on companies, platforms like Multicharts or TradeStation. There's all these chat rooms that you can connect yourself to, trading rooms with chat rooms. There's been an expansion in online trader education, so if you want to learn options, you can call a firm like ours up and say, hey, how do I learn how to trade options? And we can get you more than started. But look, trading is only about finding your edge. Trading's very hard. It takes a while to find your edge. But when you do it, then you want to be thinking about, how do I trade this bigger? How do I trade this more often? Then the 90-10 rule. How do I spend 90% of my time trading bigger, trading more often on my setups where I have edge, and 10% of my time finding new edges? You want to be trying to improve each day. And finally, I will just say to you, if you feel as if you need the resources of a proprietary platform and you're thinking about, hey, I want to be making the $10,000, $50,000 extra a month, we're happy to talk to you and we might just hire you. So yes, you absolutely can do it as a retail trader. You got to understand your limitations. I thought you did a really nice job of pointing some of them out in terms of speed, in terms of execution ability. So swing trade. So trade at a longer time frame. So trade setups where you can find edge. I hope that helps. We'll talk to you guys soon.